Have you heard about the incredible prizes in the new Tipperary GA Clubs draw? A €500,000 prize fund featuring cars to be won every month, loads of cash and holidays. And if you ever dreamed of being a racehorse owner, now's your chance.
Hi everyone, Rachel Blackmore here. I have a passion for horse racing, just like you all have a passion for GAA. In the new Tipperary GAA Club Draw, starting on the 1st of October, there's an amazing prize to be won. It's a racehorse called Sean Hogan, who's in training with Mouse Morris. If you are the lucky winner, you'll get to pick the racing colours for Sean Hogan. You'll also get to take home all his prize money. There's a Renault car there to be won as well, so you'll have no excuses to go racing and cheer him on. There's cash and car prizes to be won every month, so this really is a fantastic prize. So I'd really encourage everyone to show their support and sign up today.
The Tipperary GAA Clubs draw. You have to be in it to win it.
Hello and you're very welcome to Templemore here for this Group 1 clash. It's the third round of this Group 1. There's an awful lot to play for. It's Thurles Sarsfields against Upperchurch Drombane. The group is looking pretty tasty at this stage. We saw what happened in the matches earlier today and how groups can change and different things can happen as the match is going on. This group, as you know, has Sars, Anacarty, the Church and Drum. At the moment, Sars are on 4 points, Anacarty are on 2 points, the Church are on 2 points and Drum are on 0 points. So there's a lot going on. You think Sars look like they're safe, they're probably going to go through, but really anything can happen in the next 60 odd minutes. Joining us in the commentary box here is Ken Hogan. Ken, what are you expecting from today's game?
Well, it's a knockout game, particularly from the point of view of the Upperchurch. Very unlucky to lose by a point, but still have 2 points on the board. An outstanding team, have reached mid-finals in the last number of years. A great club, a great jewel club in actual fact, football and hurling. I see Paddy Green now going up to take the toss. Dennis Maher going up to take the toss with Thurles Sarsfields. Thurles Sarsfields have qualified, but still need to win to top the group because of the fact on the other side, the way the situation is emanating with Drum and obviously Erogan and Carty. So very interesting today. Upperchurch have a good history and almost won a mid-final, beaten in the last seconds a couple of years ago by Thurles Sarsfields. So, and very familiar with Templemore, Sheelan Park territory. So from that perspective, I'm expecting a good, fast, exciting game on a very good, bright evening for hurling.
Absolutely, the thoughts of Ken Hogan there. And just quickly before we get into this, we'll run through the teams as we have them. And as we've been saying the whole way through this competition, the squad numbers are kind of given in 3 weeks ago or 6 weeks ago, even to start of this competition. They've changed a lot and neither teams were too forthcoming at letting us know maybe too many changes too far in advance. So we'll start with Thurles Sarsfields there. They're 1 to 15 as we have it at the moment. In goals, Paddy McCormack. Pa Dunn is corner back. Padraig Maher is full back and Joseph Ryan is in the other corner. The half back line then is Jack Darby, Ronan Maher and David Corbett. Midfield, we've got Mickey Cahill and Stephen Cahill, and then up front we have Sean Butler, Aidan McCormack, Conor Stakelum, and in the inside forward line is Dara Stakelum, Captain Dennis Maher and Owen Purcell. The Upperchurch team then, we know of 3 changes on this one where they'll play now. We'll see in a couple of minutes time and Ken might give us his thoughts on that in a second. But starting with the Upperchurch goalie, we've got Kieran Short there in goals. Full back line there is Gerard Grant, Matt Ryan, and we have Oisin Tracy. Now we don't think he's actually going to start. We'll see about that in a few minutes. The centre back line then is made up of Gavin Ryan, Colm Ryan at number 5 and Ailbhe O'Donoghue at number 7. Midfield is Dean Carew and Aaron Ryan, and up front we have Diarma Grant there. Paul Shannon got a goal the last day out and Paul Ryan. And then into the inside line, which we think is going to have a lot of changes. But at the moment we have 13 Lachlan Ryan, 14 Colm Stapleton and number 15 and the team captain Porrick, Green, and again we're expecting probably Lachlan, Ryan, Cullum, Stapleton and Oisin Tracy aren't going to start, and Keith Ryan, Niall Grant and Jack Butler are going to come in for them. We'll just see where they actually line out once we get up and going. Thurles look like they're about to take the positions. Ken, you might give us our thoughts on the couple of changes there we know about for Upperchurch at the moment.
Yeah, I'm just watching the Thurles Sarsfields team. They seem to be lining out as selected, but obviously Upperchurch, a dual club, injuries at the weekend, kicking football. So from that point of view, we believe Niall Grant, 17, Jack Butler, 19, come into the full forward line, and Dean Carew, who is number 8, reverts to corner back instead of Oisin Tracy. Colin Ryan will play midfield. And of course, Keith Ryan, an outstanding hurler, in an under 20 inter-county player actually, will play at right half back with Gavin Ryan and Ailby O'Donoghue on the half back line. Obviously, in fairness to Upperchurch, Drombane, they've had a few injuries, but we're just delighted from the point of view that in our given situation that everybody will be playing well.
And we're off here, and we expect there's actually going to be 3 changes on the Thurles team. We'll keep an eye out for them. We didn't just get them on time, but we'll get to them as we get them. But the ball is left down inside, and it's Thurles straight on the attack, and it's one of those changes straight away. It looks like it's their number 21, Pa Burke, who didn't start this championship, but he started this game well and won himself a free. Or is it actually a free out? It looks like it's going to be.
Free out there for overcarrying.
So Pa Burke, he came on the last day. He didn't start the first day, but he did make a decent contribution when he did come on. So Pa Burke is one of the changes there we mentioned for Thurles. We think there's actually 3, and now it's Mickey Cahill who has that. Mickey Cahill lays that off outside as far as Derry. Derry's dispossessed though. Who else is onto it now? And again, it's Thurles hold on to this well. They start to come out of their own defence, knock down inside, looking for the big man inside there. They've got a couple of big players in there. Creedon being one of them, but the ball goes to ground there. Haslin and Harry now on the edge of the 21. It's in bit of a dangerous situation there, and it looks like it's the big number 19 there. That man there looks like it is Paddy Creedon, as we expected. He will start. We should have mentioned that before we started. But Creedon there, number 19, he's been brilliant in the championship so far. Got 3-3 the first day out. He's 4-6 at the moment. He's actually the top scorer from play in this championship. And the shot comes in, and that goes to the right and wide.
Dennis Maher there with a scoring chance, just struck it to the left and wide. Exciting opening from both teams. Upperchurch really getting into this game. Good puck out.
And away we go again. This game, it's helter-skelter stuff, as we mentioned. This is knockout hurling for both teams. Maybe Thurles to a slightly lesser extent. Or left inside there, out in front. He's Creedon there. He turks his man on. Does well, lays it back outside, waiting for the runner. Looks like he may have been fouled there. He went to ground, but the ball goes out over the sideline, and it's actually going to be a sideline ball to the church.
Yeah, and Paddy Creedon, Thurles going smart, very smart line ball there to Kieran Short, and a long drive into the forward line.
All about possession there for Church. The most vital thing, I suppose, in this game, and out in front there, well taken there, is Ronan Maher. Ronan Maher does well to come out, win the ball and win himself a free. He's made a good start to the game. He looks strong, and they're going to have to put everything they have again around that Tipperary, or the Thurles, I nearly said Tipperary, the Thurles defence. But look at their number 3 and look at their number 6. The 2 Mahers, Paddy Maher, Ronan Maher. Like, it's intimidating for any set of forwards there, and the Church lads are looking down there.
Without a shadow of a doubt, and long range free now for Ronan, which is his forte.
Ronan well able to take these. We've seen him score from this distance, from play even, so from free you might expect it. The distance isn't an issue. Has he got the accuracy? It looks like he has, and that's the opening score of the game, coming from Ronan Maher from a free. So here we go again with the puck out. Drop down around half. Where have we got it so far? Still on the ground, still a couple of players fighting for that one. It looks like it's over there now towards Stakelin, was it? Free out given there. And Upperchurch looks like they're trying to take this quickly. It looked like Dean Carew was trying to take that quickly. A man stood in front of him, and now it looks like it's Keith Ryan who's going to take this. He goes diagonally across the field, in there into the corner, into a couple of men inside there trying to get onto that. That one looks like it's Shanahan. Shanahan, the ball just beats him to pit. It was the right idea, but maybe just too much on it.
Yeah, Paul might have read it a little better. I thought it's a good free, but just flew by. It just goes to show you how the ball is still moving even in the late month of September, that the ball is moving pretty quickly. Quick puck out from Paddy McCormack.
We're absolutely blessed with the weather. Lovely taken right into the hands there of Butler. Butler in plenty of time and space, but he's pushed off the ball, muscled off the ball. The referee says that was fair, and the ball has worked its way out now to O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue gives that outside as far as Keith Ryan. Keith Ryan looks up, goes to the other corner. He went to the other one the last time. This time he finds a man again, and it's the Church on the attack here, driving forward, driving out. Here's a chance of a goal pass. We lay it back outside. The shot eventually comes in. The shot comes in there by Diarmuid Grant, and Upperchurch are off the mark.
Yeah, great score there. Great movement from the Upperchurch forward line, but a quick puck out. Referees allowing the quick puck out already. Sars are on the attack.
And both teams know how much scoring difference could come into this, so scoring is very important. So they'll be doing everything they can to keep that one ticking over. Still working hard down there. Good couple of men in for that one. Dennis Maher, the team captain, working hard. Working too hard, the referee says it's going to be a free out. both teams just don't want to give at up early in this game.
Yeah, it's great to see real championship hurling now. It's knockout stage now, so it's all or nothing for Upperchurch, and they're really giving it absolutely everything.
And here comes Short is going to take this. There's plenty of vocals going out on the field. Nothing too malicious just yet. Just
very reliable goalkeeper and a strong puck as well.
And he looks like he's going to go long, even if his name is Short. There we go. Short goes long down into the corner position. Who's up for that one? A couple of Upperchurch men look like they're first to react, and they're onto the ball here. Just kind of scooped outside, but it was half blocked. And it's actually going to be a line ball to Upperchurch. And it looks like Paul Ryan is maybe going to come across it. We've seen some great sideline ball taken in the Tipperary Championship so far. Does Paul Ryan have it in the locker? Here we go. He's about, what is he, maybe?
He's assessing his options there.
Goes Short, gives it Short inside, and they hold on to possession. They've been good to hold on to possession here all day. Turned, the shot comes in there from Grant. Grant looks up, it just tails off at the end and goes to the left and wide. And Upperchurch, they need to, they're the underdogs coming into this. They need to get off to a good start. They need to be taking all their chances.
Yeah, and a great quick line ball there, by Paul Ryan. And it was a scoreable chance, just went out to the left of the post.
Paddy McCormick drops that between the 265s. Up goes for that. Looks like Butler was up for that. Doesn't manage to get possession first time. Creedon is into that, trying to disrupt things, but it's back as far as Gavin Ryan. Gavin Ryan goes short, but it's well read over there, and Thurles are onto this like a flash, driving out there. Still on the attack, laid back outside. Laid back as far as McCormick. McCormick has a bit of time and space. Looks up, decides it's worth his shot, and he was well worth taking that chance as that goes straight over the bar. Good score from McCormick.
Yeah, great ball from Paul Maher. Beautiful pass. And of course, Aidan McCormick, ultra consistent with Thurles for almost 10 years now. Great score.
Short again goes down into this corner position, trying to get one of his men into the game, trying to get Shanahan into the game. We mentioned he got a goal the last day out, doesn't manage to hold possession there, and who's won it over there looks like the Thurles number 20. He hands that one off inside as far as Derby. Derby comes out, gives that as far as McCormick. He just scored a minute ago. He has more time and space on his left hand side. The crowd seem to like that, and it goes over the crosser. Second score in 2 minutes for Aidan McCormick.
Yeah, great run by Jack Derby. Beautiful pop pass. Aidan on the run straight through the centre. Super score from McCormick.
So this one is really, it's going well for Thurles, I suppose, but Upperchurch will know there's a lot of hurling left to be played in this game, and that one is dropped up there. One who's up in the air. It looked like it might have been Derby again who managed to bat that down, and Thurles hold on to possession here. They're working hard. That one goes outside as far as Cahill. Cahill has a bit of room in front of him, nicely fed outside, let down into the corner now. There's a couple of big men inside that full forward line, and one of them, of course, is Dennis Maher. Dennis Maher don't lose his possession. Keith Ryan again comes out. Keith Ryan will be saying his name a lot today. He's had a great championship so far, but it's well won back there. Dennis Maher now is onto that like a flash. Dennis Maher, the team captain, takes this solo, steadies himself on his right hand side in front of the goal. It's waved right by Short, but more importantly it's waved over by the umpire, and Thurles get another score.
Yeah, second chance for Dennis Maher, another great servant of Thurles Sarsfields hurling, and he wasn't going to make a mistake. Straight over the bar, 4 points to 1. Their movement is very good, Paul. They're switching and changing and diagonal ball all the time, so that's putting every back under pressure. So just treatment here now for Gerard Grant, which might give a little bit of a respite for Upperchurch Drombane. They seem to be hitting a lot of ball towards Paul Shanahan. Paul Shanahan very strong in the air, but Joseph Ryan, another newcomer with Thurles Sarsfields, really strong with him, getting the hurley in to flick the ball away.
Paul Shannon, as you meant to see playing in the corner, is that a place you'd have expected? He seemed to be more central against Drum the last day out. Is this something you've seen before?
Yeah, do you see Paddy Green has gone in at full forward line. Paul Maher's picked him up. It's all about movement now, and every team now seems to be playing 2 inside and 1 runner running off them.
So we'll see how that works out for him. But this one goes short, and it's a Maher who picks it up. Ronan Maher, he has one from a free already. Fancies his chances again with this one on his right hand side. He looked cool and calm collecting that one, and he puts it straight over the bar. You can't give Maher any chance. Ronan Maher, 1 point from frees, 1 from a play today.
Yeah, outstanding hurler, and that's my thing the whole time. He should be centre back all the time. I can't understand why he needs to be played wing back. And
he's well able to take a score. You could move him up to centre forward, as we've seen him play in games gone by. Now it's Upperchurch. They need to get a foothold on this. Only that 1 score from play, or 1 score in the game so far. It did come from Grant, and they've worked it back. Here comes Keith Ryan. Goes into the corner again, trying to get into a bit of space, trying to break down that full back line of Thurles, but they're not managing to get through. And the ball just comes straight back like it hit a wall and comes straight back out again. Working hard over there is Stakelum. Stakelum is still working hard. There might be 3 Upperchurch men, but he seems to have got the ball out there, digging it out of a bit of a ruck. Still just booted out into a bit of space now. But again, it looks like a man in blue might get to this first. Bit of a chop coming in there. And this is going to be a free and probably a scoreable 1-1. Upperchurch will really want to convert.
Really need this now, Upperchurch, because they have been struggling in nearly all departments. And Paddy Green, again, ultra consistent player, probably the top scorer for Upperchurch Drombane for a number of years now. He needs to put this over the bar because Thurles have been dominating the open exchanges.
Green, the team captain. He has 2-14, believe it or not, coming into this game. 12 of them coming from frees. This one is pretty centre. It's not too far out. And he makes that look very easy and gets his account open for the day. And Upperchurch will just want to see him more in the game, in play as well as on the frees.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt, because he's a top player.
So here we go now again. Pucked out there by McCormack. McCormack gets good purchase on that down on top, trying to get it down onto another McCormack. Or what he doesn't manage to get it, and it's well turned over there by Upperchurch. They're spraying it down into the corners, trying to stretch out that Thurles defence, but not able for him. Paddy Maher read that danger really well and plays this one down the far side of the field, down into the corner, trying to get someone down there onto that. But the Thurles man doesn't manage to get it the first time. He does manage to get it the second time though, from a very difficult angle on his back foot from the sideline, and it just was too difficult an angle. The shot just went to the left and wide.
Wide from Pa. Pa is usually deadly in those areas. Super ball from Paddy Maher again, but just out by the post.
And we're pucked out here again. That's dropping over, well controlled over there by O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue loses it, and the Thurles men come away with it again. Looks like it's Paul Maher there coming out with that one. Maher hand pass that inside, and Thurles hold on to this. They're being patient back in their own full back line, but that's a wayward pass, and it goes straight as far as O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue over Upperchurch goes it back. They're trying to be, here comes Upperchurch again in a bit of time and space. All the way back here is Green. Green has two men blocking him down. He managed to get the ball maybe 10 or 15 yards. And here come the Church again. They've made it up to the half-forward position. Still on the attack here through Ryan. Paul Ryan now, he has a couple of men around him. The ball goes to ground. And Thurles have turned it over again. Great defending back there. And now it's in the hands of Paddy Maher. Paddy Maher again looks calm, gives that outside. He was looking for McCormack, but it goes over McCormack's head. And now we've got a race out here. Pa Burke is involved in that race. There's a couple of other men involved in it. Is it Burke doesn't win it? And it's the Upperchurch man who gets onto that, wins himself a free, and it's going to be a free out, and we can just take a small little breather, I suppose.
Yeah, very well read by Gerald Grant. Super play there, super cornerback play. One is free. Again, Thurles testing the Upperchurch Drombane defence by spraying the ball wide, but great cornerback play there.
Looks like it's Gavin Ryan taking this, and he's a long way out. He's going for it though, but it's going to go to the right and wide. He won't be happy with that, and definitely his inside forwards won't be happy with him shooting from out there. He probably should be letting that in. So
5-2.
A little bit of a delay here as McCormack takes his time to puck that one out, but well, it looks like he's going to fall. Is it eventually to a man in a blue jersey? Yes, it does eventually. You have to work hard for that, but it looks like Stevie Cahill now has it. He gives that back outside, and Thurles start to build again to Paddy Maher. Paddy Maher, the Garda, coming out here. He has plenty of time and space, the full-back. Where is he going with this? And he goes pretty central and gives a lovely little pass into Butler. Butler, who has plenty of time and space, gives that down into this dangerous full forward line. And who's onto it? Only Creedon. Creedon turns, the top scorer in the championship from play, lays it outside, and Thurles are still marching forward. The shot comes in. Oh, it's very central though, and fairly easily saved, but none of them are that easy save, I suppose. You could argue for the goalie, but that shot was probably about chest level straight at the goalie, and he dealt with it fairly well. Probably should have done a small bit better there, Dennis.
Yeah, well done, Kieran Short though. Good save. They were going for the juggler there, Thurles Sarsfields. Super play by Paddy Creedon in giving the opportunity to Dennis Maher, but fine save from Kieran.
And now we're down the other end of the field, and Thurles they've kind of composed themselves a little bit. That isn't the only chance I'd say we're going to see going at that Upperchurch goal over the next 50 minutes or so, and they're coming here again, laying that one inside again into this full forward line, and again it's a Thurles man who's out there in a bit of space, takes that, turns, has his shot. This is Pa Burke. Pa Burke looking for his first score today. He's had a couple of shots already, and he gets it. That's over the bar. I think that was his third attempt, and now he's got a point.
Yeah, what a diagonal ball though. Typical Thurles Sarsfields, using every ounce of Sheelan Park here, space, and a great turn off the shoulder from Pa Burke. Still an outstanding forward to have in a club team, Paul.
Absolutely, and that full forward line in there just looks so good anytime it goes into him. You'd be worried if you were the Upperchurch defender seeing that ball, as we said, coming diagonally across. Now we have a line ball on the far side of the field. Plenty going on here in this game. 6 points to 2 if you're just joining us. Just had a goal chance there for Dennis Maher that was well saved in the goals by Short. And the ball now, it's still in play. It doesn't look healthy, but it's still there. The referee decides he'll give it another minute, and I think he's decided I've seen enough. There's a foul there. An Upperchurch man goes to ground, and I'd say it's going to be a free in.
Yeah, free in. Sean Yeverd, the referee, very strong on that. That is just an Upperchurch free. So Paddy has another chance to make it 6-3. Double scores for Sars if he pots it.
Here comes Paddy. His confidence to be up. He got 2-8 the last day, and here he comes. He's got one today. That one coming from a free. Not an easy one though. Out by the sideline. On his favourite side though, you'd imagine, but still nothing easy about that one. Has he got it? He doesn't seem to have. I think that goes to the right and wide. Yeah, and Paddy Green, he won't be happy with that. But it wasn't an easy one at the same time.
No, it wasn't an easy one. And Thurles they seem to be so strong physically. You know, the power of the team, flying through the tackles. They just have that physicality about him this year.
And Jack Darby, a man we haven't seen much maybe up to now in the championship in other years. He's been involved in a lot there, and he managed to get the ball and I think play it down into the corner, and Thurles have won themselves a free. Just Paburke ran out for that, and I think the Upperchurch man decided, I've seen enough of him running away from me, I'm going to have to stop that.
Yeah, to me it looked accidental, but I think Peter Carby said we might know the fact that I think accidental is even free at this stage. So unfortunately it's another chance for Aidan McCormack to put daylight between the two teams.
McCormack has 2 already, both coming from play. He looked like he mightn't have rose that as well as he might have liked, but he managed to steady himself and put that over the bar. That's his 3rd of the day, 2 from play and 1 from a free. 7 points to 2 now to Thurles Sarsfields. That one has gone down again. Is it Ronan Maher over there trying to stop that going past him? He does seem to be doing pretty well. He gets a bit of support over there as well from Darby again, who does well and gives that down. But the ball makes its way out over the sideline, and Upperchurch are going to take a sideline ball here. They're going to try and make some bit of progress over there. Looks like it is going to be Colin Ryan going to come across to take that. Or he leaves it actually. Has the referee decided it's actually going to be a line ball to Thurles.
Thurles Sarsfields, Aidan McCormack. Another sharpshooter we saw last weekend, Shane Dial, outstanding on play and sideline ball. So it's a long ways out. Ronan Maher is looking over there. Another man that would relish a chance at it, but it looks like it's a free.
Actually a free, is it? Yeah, we might have called that wrong, but it's a free.
We're on the wrong side, Paul.
Absolutely. Is McCormack on the wrong side? He's on his left hand side, but he looks like he's done enough to put that between the posts, and he makes that what was a difficult free look pretty easy as he put it over the bar.
Yeah, just nonchalantly went over and tapped it over the bar.
8 points to 2 here now, and the Church goes short with this puck out over as far as O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue looks around, he gets a runner, and now they start to come out again. That one is Grant. Grant clears that into the corner. We haven't seen the Church getting a real attack in a while now. They have only kind of scored from frees. They need to be making a bit more of an impact. They've only got 1 score from play. They've only got 2 in the whole game, and now the ball is dangerously in around the full forward position. Now who's going to be onto that? Is it going to be a Thurles man? Is it going to be a Church man? The Church man gets onto it there. It's Keith Ryan, the ever reliable Keith Ryan, in fairness. He's had a fantastic championship so far. Just as I say that, referee, I think the referees just saw the amount of work he put in. He nearly deserved a free for that run. Keith Ryan's doing everything he can to drive the Church on.
Yeah, and played very well with Tipp 20s. You know, a good young hurler, and rolled the tackles there very well. Right in the centre of the pitch now, Paddy has a chance because every score is critical now for Upperchurch Drombane. Just before the water break as well, he needs to pot this to keep the Church in contention.
And here he goes, and we're trying to keep an eye on that other game going on in this championship, right, or this group right now as well. We might give you an update on that. And has he got that? And there's the water break. No, now he's put that wide, unfortunately, from his own point of view. But I'll try and give you an update. Ken, as I might be looking up that score, you might give us your thoughts on the first 15 or so.
Yeah, Upperchurch started promisingly, and got a couple of nice scores, but unfortunately it has, in the last 10 minutes, it has been all Thurles Sarsfields. They have dominated proceedings. Their half back line are dominant. They're delivering quality ball into the Thurles Sarsfields forward line. Unfortunately, the Church are not making inroads from that perspective, and that's just the pity about it. But at the moment, 8-2, Thurles the dominant team at the moment, and Church have an awful lot to do to get back into this ball.
I'm just getting a quick update there on the other game, and at the moment, after 13 or so minutes gone in that one, it's Aero Ganacarty 4 points, it's Drum 1-2, so very little in that either. So there's going to be a lot of that during this game. For I imagine both dugouts are looking at this. As a manager, I suppose, Ken, you've been in these positions before. How do you feel when you know there's something going on somewhere else that maybe you can't do much about? You just have to go out and win your own game and let everyone else worry about itself.
Yeah, the last thing you want is distractions, Paul. You don't need distractions. You concentrate on your own game, and you concentrate on every ball. You're talking about performing. It's if you perform well, you have a great chance of winning. But if you don't perform well, then again, the chances are that you're not going to get what you look for. So from that perspective, I think Thurles Sarsfields are just deciding we're motor on. Winning is a good habit. We're winning. Upperchurch's backs are against the wall now. They have had a few injuries, as we saw. There was wholesale change there before the match. We couldn't keep up with. From their perspective, I think the disappointing fact is that they have missed 3 scoreable frees in the middle of the pitch. If they had scored them, at least they would be in contention, because Thurles Sarsfields haven't scored a goal yet. But at the moment, Thurles are the dominant group. If they get a goal, I fear for the Church. But Church will fight on their backs to get back into this game. They are used to the mid-competition against Thurles Sarsfields. They know what they expect from them, but they need to get scores on the board themselves. 2 points is not enough in 15 minutes.
And just we brought you that update on the Drum match. If Drum happen to win their game, they'll also go to 2 points. And Carty will be on 2 points, and the Church will be on 2 points. So it'll actually come down to score difference. So every score is actually unbelievably vital. Whatever about winning or losing today for the Church.
And that's the one thing that's in the back of everybody's heads, because Clonotty, with a few minutes to go against Holy Cross today, were actually in relegation, but then won and qualified. And Toomevara were knocked out, on a head-to-head. So, or not on head-to-head, but score average. I mean, so from that perspective, it's very little. It's a game of inches, as everybody says.
Absolutely, and what a championship in fairness. Fair play to everyone who was involved in organising and decided on this new format. Winner versus winners in round 2 has definitely helped every game have an awful lot on the line. And now it's Maher over there for Thurles. Give that down along the side, giving it in as far as Creedon. It looks like he's trying to get it into Creedon, who's been, I suppose, relatively quiet by his own standard today. But here we go, just as I say it. Here comes Creedon, gets on his bike, lays it outside. The shot comes in. Good chance there, good run by Creedon. Lays it off, and that's McCormack, I think. And McCormack, that's his 5th score today. But he'll have to give thanks to his friend there outside, Paddy Creedon, who did all the hard work.
Yeah, Paddy Creedon, what a ball winner to have up front, 6'3", 6'4", and pace in abundance. And of course, obviously a real team player, popping the pass at the right time.
Yeah, yet to score himself, but he's involved in an awful lot of scores up there for Thurles. A man who's just as handy with the big ball, as we know. And here we go again. It's McCormack who just got the last score. Looked like a hook came in there. Brilliant hook, because that was a score-saving hook by all accounts. And here we go again. It's Upperchurch trying to just break out there. But it was well defended over there on the far side of the field. I think David Corbett, just stood up his man and didn't let him go past. And now it's going to be a line ball in, if there's such a thing, to Thurles here with this one. About, what are we talking, 50 yards out?
Yeah, Mikey Cahill is... there, imagine Mikey Cahill, a man of his experience with All-Ireland medals in his back pocket, what he's contributed to Thurles and Tipperary hurling, but I mean, playing in the middle of the field, really, at home there as well.
Absolutely, gets a good connection on that, dropping dangerously inside. The Thurles man had that in his hand. It looked like Johnny Buller had that in his hand. It was well batted out. Great defending out of there, and Church win themselves a free out, and they'll be delighted with that, because that could have been dangerous. But I want to take this quickly.
Paul Shanahan again.
Down inside, Shannon needs to get out in front of him. Brilliant, what a paw he has on him. Lovely ball inside, great vision into Green. Here comes Green, he's inside the 14. The shot comes in, well saved. The second attempt, and it's into the back of the net, and that's exactly what this game needed. Brilliant interplay there. Green missed the first time, it was well saved the first time, but on the second time he made no mistake.
Wonderful play, great ball. This is what Paul Shanahan is capable of. Won a super ball, fantastic hand pass. Paddy took it on the run, should have finished the first time. Good save by Paddy McCormack, but the second time he made no mistake. This is it now, back in the game.
Back into the game is right, 1-2 to 9 points, and what are we? We're just into the second quarter here, so there's plenty of hurling left to be played here yet. Anything could happen, and again it's the Church on the attack here, laying it outside. The referee saw something there. He's actually giving him a free. He was playing advantage, maybe, was he?
Yeah, Niall Grant got a tap in the elbow there coming through. Now Paddy, after the confidence of scoring that great goal, because he had a couple of wides from frees, this is one that he needs to score. And when you're a free taker, if you miss a couple on the run, the goalposts seem to get narrower. So, but Paddy will be on a high after a super goal. So if he can nail this, the fat's in the fire really, because it's down to 3 points again.
Absolutely. Here comes Green, as we mentioned, 2-14 coming into this game. He now has 1-1. Here he comes. Again, it's relatively straightforward, you'd imagine, for a player of his calibre. Yeah, and he makes that look very easy. As Ken mentioned, his confidence is through the roof after just scoring that goal. And it's game on here again in Templemore. And here we go with the puck out from the Thurles Sarsfield goalie, Paddy McCormack. He's actually taking his time now. It's amazing when you can see the goal. Your confidence maybe goes a small bit, but he goes down long. Not one there immediately well, but it looks like now it's Corbett. The Thurles has it. He's going forward, lays it off outside. Good pass and moving in as far as McCormack. McCormack has a bit of time and space. His confidence is also sky high, and he takes that. It wasn't an easy angle. He had men closing him down. Got his shot away and put it over the bar.
That's 4 from play from Aidan McCormack, Great run by Ronan Maher. It should have been won cleanly by the Church defence, and everything that breaks Thurles are onto it. The pace of the Thurles team is something to behold.
And there's Darby again. Jack Darby lets that into the corner position. Again into these huge men down there. Dennis Maher is out in front. Dennis Maher doesn't control it the first time. When he gets it the second time, he had support decided he doesn't need it. He has 2 Upperchurch men on his back, but he's still making ground. Still Maher, still driving forward. Takes his shot. It's well blocked. Great defending there, it has to be said, from the Church. Just sheer perseverance. They were all over him, didn't let him make any ground, and blocked it. And now they've won the ball back there through Grant. Grant looks up again, he's looking for Shanahan inside. Shanahan again is out with that famous paw of his. This time he gets a big tackle, but he holds on to it well and lays it back outside. Goes as far as Shanahan again. He has no hurley, but he has the wherewithal to lay it out to a man with a black and amber jersey, and it works its way all the way out there as far as Ryan. Paul Ryan puts that one up and puts it over the bar. Paul Ryan gets credit for the score, but Paul Shanahan really was instrumental.
And now we know why that ball was being hit towards Paul Shanahan, because he is the target man, he is the ball winner. But a great score moving backwards from Paul Ryan, ex-County Under-21 goalkeeper with Tipp.
Absolutely great work in there from the Church forwards. They're going to have to keep that up. And now Thurles know they're in a game. It's well pulled on there. Not really a great connection. And put back inside there by Paul Ryan, the man who just got the score over there into the corner. Plenty of space over there for the Church man to get out and take that. Lays it back outside. Is the shot coming in? Aaron Ryan with the shot. Again, not the easiest of angles. The crowd like that one though. The umpire likes that. And that's another score. Aaron Ryan gets his first of the day.
Superb score. And Upperchurch really in this game now. And Thurles not as confident in their stride now as have been previous.
It's amazing what a goal can do. Yeah, Upperchurch are all over him at the moment. Puck down, Keith Ryan goes up for that with a bat. He misses it, but from his point of view, it works out well as Dean Carew plays that inside. Again, we're going into Shannon. It's making the commentary very easy as every ball is going into him. Now Paddy Green tries to get onto it, but now here it goes Upperchurch trying to get on. Grant looks like he's had that well worked back there by Ronan Maher though. Ronan Maher has 2 already scores today, 1 from free, 1 from a play. Puts that down. Keith Ryan is watching that for Upperchurch, trying to get onto the break of that. Who has it though?
Dean Carew.
Dean Carew lays that back outside and they drive that forward. It's Grant. Grant puts that up there, and who's going to get onto that? It's gone out of play, I think, of the ball. The umpire's been kept busy over there. There's been plenty of line balls that side of the field, and this one's going to be a line ball to Thurles.
Yeah, and funny, a lot of the play has been over the far side of the pitch for some reason, but what comeback there from Upperchurch Drombane. 1-5 on the board now, 1-3 in the matter of minutes. So only a 2-point game. Hard to believe, Paul.
Absolutely hard to believe. And as we've mentioned a few times, and we'll continue to mention, scores are important. Winning is also hugely important. But even losing Upperchurch, they need to keep the scores going, because if Drummond Inch win their game, it'll all come down to that. Now here we go with Maher. Oh, lovely cut on that. Mind got huge distance. It looked well, but unfortunately from his point of view, it lands straight into a man with a black and amber jersey on him. Upperchurch now continue to attack. Paul Shannon, lovely pick up there. Had a man in his back. He made sure he won the free there. Brilliant flick up, and then he was like, give me the free, ref.
Yeah, 2 very smart hurlers there. Paul Ryan, brilliant ball in. Super control. You can see Paul Shannon's confidence up. Now Thurles have to think about Joseph Ryan. Should they maybe even revert to one of the Mahers coming back to mark Paul, because Paul is the go-to man at this stage, and now Paddy has a chance to make it a 1-point game. So wonderful comeback here at the moment from the Church.
And here comes Paddy. He's been pretty flawless in the last couple of minutes since that goal especially, and here he goes. He has 1-2 already. Goes low with that one. Does it? The crowd don't seem to like that, neither does the umpire. Maybe we cursed him a small, but he still has 1-2. And if the Upperchurch can keep the momentum on, they just don't let Thurles out here. But he'll be.
Paul sets himself high standards. I know Pádraig well, and he knows he should have potted that.
And the ball drops now. Keith Ryan is onto that though. Tries to control it on the stick. It bounces away from Aidan McCormick, is in there for Thurles. The referee says there was nearly too many involved in that one. And he's just going to take his time to decide, is he going to throw it in? Maybe it looks like that's probably what's going to happen. Throw in, coming here, and he throws it in quickly before any more messing start. And that one is well won back over there. Grant is onto that. Grant, who has a point as well today, looking for some support, lays that outside onto another Grant. Grant now lays it back outside as far as O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue puts that one inside again, looking for Shanahan. Shanahan's out in front, lovely table, skins his man. Here he goes on his left hand side, takes his shot, and a good score. What a day Paul Shannon is having. Believe it or not, that's only his first score, but he's been instrumental for the last 10 minutes or so at least.
Yeah, I have him down for 5 assists here as well, just to see how many balls he has won. Great play. And Thurles must think about what they're going to do next.
They go short this time to Paddy Maher, a dangerous one, but I suppose when you're giving it to Paddy Maher, it couldn't be safer. He gives it outside, the crowd called for steps, the referee says play on, and Thurles come again. They haven't actually, we keep talking about their dangerous full forward line, they haven't got the ball in there very often, and now they have it. Here's a chance for Creedon. Lovely ball inside as far as Pádraig. Pádraig is inside the 14, takes a shot, and he finds the net at the near post. Just when it looked like Thurles were slightly slipping, the Church were getting on top of him. Pádraig gets in around the back and finishes to the net.
Wonderful goal there, but again Paddy Creedon involved, and winning a great ball. And it's just so it goes to show you, a few chances missed at the other end from Upperchurch, and then they hit you with the sucker punch. Super goal.
Just coming up to half time as well. There wasn't a huge amount of time to go. It's an awful time to concede a goal just when the Church were starting to get going again there. And here they go again though. They'll want to get the next score, and there's a free that maybe they'll get a score from. They'll be hoping to get something out of this.
Yeah, without a doubt. And Paul Ryan comes back, seems to be taking responsibility for this one. If they can score this one, all these mid-range frees, they're all scoreable with the light ball, a fine even with no breeze. If he can score this, it's still only 3 points coming into the half-time break. But there's still 5 or 6 minutes left, Paul.
Plus whatever will be added on. There has been a few stoppages, but here we go this time. It's Paul Ryan again. He scored from play a few minutes ago. The defenders back there have a long look up, and that's over the bar. Paul Ryan decided to put him on the freeze, give Pádraig Green a bit of a break for a minute, and it's worked out for him so far.
Great score from Paul Ryan. Took responsibility there.
Now, well picked out of the air there by Conor Stakelum. Conor Stakelum then retrieves possession, turns that one over his shoulder again, just trying to bomb that in on top of Creedon. Creedon is out. Is he got the ball in his hand? He has 2 men around him. I don't think they realise he had the ball in his hand. Takes that one, coolly turns and slots that one over the bar. Good score there by Paddy Creedon.
Yeah, and every time Paddy gets the ball, there's Thurles players screaming for the ball. But at that stage, he was quite entitled to take his own point.
And he's off the mark for today. That one is pucked down inside. Well done there by Mickey Cahill. Mickey Cahill lays that as far as Maher. Ronan Maher puts that one inside. The late tackle possibly coming in there, but he left the ball off before that one was struck. And here we come with Upperchurch breaking out of that defence there. Dennis Maher did everything he could to stop the man coming out, but it's going to be a free out.
Free out there. Good defensive work there. Quick ball in. And
we're going, I think,
Kieran Short taking responsibility for this free. Upperchurch have been very game. It's just that break of the ball. Paddy Creedon, when he gains possession, there's so many options because he has a turn of pace and he has great, obviously, vision. Kieran Short to take it.
We go short with this. The first one I think was taking too quickly. The referee wants him to go back. Gavin Ryan. Now Gavin Ryan putting that inside as Paul Shannon. Paul Shannon's been held, surely. The referee says no, and the ball goes out of play. I'd say we might see a bit more of him being held throughout the second half, I'd imagine. Here we go, that one's pucked out. Looks like Aidan McCormick. Thurles is onto that. Brilliantly read by Key Ryan. Key Ryan was soaring through the air like a salmon coming out of the shore, and he does well, but does he manage to retain possession the second time? He may not, but an Upperchurch man looks like he's going to get onto it. But it's Aidan McCormick now of Thurles who turns that one over and sweeps that one inside as far as Paddy Creedon. Paddy Creedon has a couple of men there, but he wins it. He's definitely been held. He lays it outside. Thurles hold on to possession. Working hard here. Look, Maher was being held. There could have been 3 or 4 frees given there. Eventually they get one.
Yeah, I think Paddy Creedon has been the most impressive player there up front for the Sars because he has won ball after ball, has been smart the way he's popped the pass, has taken the score himself, but set up Burke, of course, for that critical goal. So Aidan McCormick now can put 5 between the teams against Paddy Creedon. Very impressive, and I'm sure the new county management will be looking at this young fella and saying maybe he has something to contribute to the cause.
Absolutely. I'd say David Power with the footballers won't want him looking at him too closely, but we'll see over the next few months where he goes.
Was he with the county panel last year?
He was with the underage anyway. He was in with the seniors, and I suppose his father will have a fair say in where he goes as well. His father being a big football man, as we know.
Well, fathers have to keep out of this at this stage. As I well know, Paul, they're young men that have good heads on their shoulders nowadays.
Well, and absolutely look like he'd fit into either setup, whichever he decides to go, the way he's played so far in this game. And this championship, as we mentioned already, he had 4-6 from play coming into this one. Now here comes McCormick to stand over this one. He's had a fine game, both from frees and from play with this one on his left-hand side. And again, pretty easy. We go to the biro straight away and mark that up as a score. And Thurles just start to push away again. It looked like it might have been in trouble. Burke's goal has really kind of steadied him again.
Yeah, steadied him up again, but Churcher game, they're still going ahead.
Grant with that one, gives it down again. It's Shannon who's out in front. He has men all over him, or arms all over him. Doesn't manage to get it, but the ball goes to ground, and Thurles have turned this over as far as Ronan Maher. He's half blocked with the clearance. It goes, skies it into the air. Whoa, pull that in the air. We don't see too much pulling. McCormick, in fairness to him, I think he saw the man coming and decided to kind of half pull out of that rather than break his hurley off some guy, unfortunately. But there we go, we're over there, and Upperchurch have won themselves a free out. Yeah, and Paul Ryan is going to take responsibility for a long ranger. There's only 5 in the game, so Paul is calm, he's pretty experienced. Gavin, his cousin now, has decided to take responsibility. Gavin at centre back, a very good, strong free taker as well. Had one wide, going to try and find the target this time. We're just looking at the flags as well. There's no real wind to speak of, and if there is, it's probably with him, and he definitely has the distance. Is it dropping? It drops just short into the hands there. Well read by Paddy McCormick, followed it the whole way in and was cool enough with his clearance, gives it out to Aidan McCormick. Aidan McCormick just scored a free a minute ago, hits that one down inside, but I think the Church have Keith Ryan back there, keeping an eye on that, and brilliant. He's getting every bit of the rub of the green, but he deserves it. When you work hard, you get lucky, and now what they say, win themselves a free there. And Upperchurch slightly closer than the last one. Maybe this is a chance of a score. And Paul has come over. He got a great one now. Paul has decided this is my ball. And Upperchurch man getting plenty of opportunities. You know, they've had missed 4 scoreable frees. So if Paul can nail this, it's a 4-point game. And there's no reason to think he won't. He scored one from play. He scored one from a free. He's about 65 yards out. Is that one drifting? It looks to be drifting slightly to the right. And is it? It's gone over. The umpire had a better review of it than I did, and he put up the white flag, and that's the score. And Upperchurch will take that going into half time. We're not too far away from it now, I'd imagine. Yeah, I think Paul Ryan now is in charge of the frees from now on. And he's done well. He's got 2 so far. And here we go, though. Thurles are on the attack here. Coming out. Good work there. Shannon, he's not only able to score and set up, he's able to defend as well. And they're pinning Thurles back into their own corner back position. But they're trying to get out of it there. Trying to get out there. Worked out again. Oh, they don't get his... Darby was trying to get the ball away. He doesn't manage to work it, though. And Grant is all the way up there. He has number 6 in his back, but he's definitely come further up the field. Doesn't let Thurles come out that easy, but they've won themselves a line ball.
Yeah, and Paul Shanahan carrying an injury now. A brilliant take from him there. Intercept off the hurley of Jack, but he's... Upperchurch cannot afford to lose.
Really can't. He has been their inspiration in that first half. He's the helmet and all off, though, which isn't a brilliant sign. But an Upperchurch, of course, as most people will know, James Barry, their main man, I suppose, their county man, their county star, their 2016 All-Ireland winner. He's knocking around the panel. I saw him running around the car park there while I was driving in, so he's definitely here. He came on the last day, as people will remember, and scored a point. So they can't afford to lose any other big players like that who are making big contributions to them. They're in the hurling and football, as you mentioned, Ken. So injuries are likely to happen. It's not easy for this club to keep going at this level, and they definitely can't afford to lose Paul Shanahan.
Yeah, and he has caused the Thurles Sarsfields defence in this problems. The RSC, John Flaherty, the masseur physio out there looking at him, and no better man to give the bit of TLC, and hopefully the magic sponge will work. He is still in a bit of bother, though, because he's holding his hands to his head.
Just in that other game, the Drombane Inch Anacarty game, after 27 minutes there, it's Drombane Inch 1-9, it's Anacarty 5 points. So that really does get us working on our calculators, and we will have to do a bit more of that if Drombane Inch manage to hold on and win that. We've mentioned a few times, they're on 0 points, the Church are on 2, Anacarty are on 2, and Thurles Stars are on 4, and if 3 teams finish on 2 points, it goes down to score difference. So it's something we'll just have to keep an eye on, because anything can change, as we saw earlier today with matches and scores. But here we go again. Thanks be to God, Paul Shannon from an Upperchurch point of view is up and ready to go again, and now it's Thurles on the attack. That one is skied, absolutely sent miles into the air from David Corbett. It goes to the right and wide.
Yeah, David Corbett, so similar looking to Ronan Maher, with the yellow helmet, but just went up in the post wide.
Here we go again. Upperchurch now over there as far as Keith Ryan. I think it is over there. He's letting that one down inside into the corner. It looks like Ronan Maher is going to follow that all the way and plucks that one out of the air. Brilliantly done there by Maher. He has open road ahead of him. He looks up. He's trying to play that inside again to this dangerous full forward line. Was touched. Brilliant touch there from the Churchman. I think it might have been Matt Ryan back there. Got a touch and that knocked it out for 65.
65 there. So Aidan McCormick will move out. Aidan has been imperious with his free taken. So that's the difference probably between the teams at the moment. Thurles have been just that bit more clinical, with their shooting. So if Aidan gets this on target, it's a 5-point game again. And
just on 31 minutes to keep you up there, Drum have actually went and got a goal, 2-9 to 6 points now in favour of them. So they're well on their way potentially now. That game started, as you know, at the same time as this one, so about 30 odd minutes gone in that one as well. So again, over the next half an hour, we'll keep an eye on that one very closely. Here we go, here in Templemore though. It's Aidan McCormick. Aidan McCormick puts that one over, and yet again he scores. He's now got 4 from frees and 4 from play from the centre forward.
Great shooting for Aidan McCormick. Ultra consistent over the years with Thurles Sarsfields.
Short hits that one there. It's dropping between the two 65s, which are massively apart here. Some grounds the 65s are only 4 or 5 feet apart. In Templemore they're 20 yards apart here, I'd say. But either way, the ball is going out of play, and it's going to be a line ball on the far side of the field. Yeah, fine pitch, Templemore. I always like the surface on it, particularly a great summer pitch. So both teams can have no excuses. Absolutely, and as we said, we're blessed with the weather here. County final due for around the middle of November, and the conditions will be completely different for that, you'd imagine. So there we go. That's the half-time whistle here in Templemore. The game has been absolutely outstanding, I suppose, and somebody's got 2 great goals. Ken, I suppose, what are your thoughts on that first half? Yeah, it's an entertaining first half for the neutral observer. I think Upperchurch, after a terrible opening, 8 points to 2 in the first before the first break, but came back with gusto, scored 1-3 without reply. Tremendous goal from Pádraig Green. But the story, I suppose, really is the difference of Aidan McCormick, 8 points, 4 from play, 4 from frees. And unfortunately, Upperchurch having their shooting boots on, they have missed at least, to my reckoning, at least 4 scoreable chances. Thurles have the edge, particularly in the inside forward line. Paddy Creed and Dennis Maher causing all sorts of problems for the Church defence. 1-13 to 1-8. With the scoreline over on the other side, Drum have a huge chance now, considering they're gone 9 points up, a huge chance of upsetting the apple cart and actually going through
with 2 points. So from that perspective, the score averages are going to be big time, because Church have 2, Drum, if they beat Anacarty, have 2, and of course Anacarty themselves have 2. So very interesting times. It's really down to Thurles Sarsfields here. Their ruthless approach. They're 5 points up. Upperchurch and Drombane still in contention. They know if they can get a win tonight that they're through. So I think there's all to play for.
The fate is in their own hands. So the half-time score here in Templemore, Thurles 1-13, Upperchurch Drombane 1-8. We'll be back after this quick break with the full second half.
Have you heard about the incredible prizes in the new Tipperary GA Clubs draw? A €500,000 prize fund featuring cars to be won every month, loads of cash and holidays. And if you ever dreamed of being a racehorse owner, now's your chance.
Hi everyone, Rachel Blackmore here. I have a passion for horse racing, just like you all have a passion for GAA. In the new Tipperary GAA Club draw, starting on the 1st of October, there's an amazing prize to be won. It's a racehorse called Sean Hogan, who's in training with Mouse Morris. If you are the lucky winner, you'll get to pick the racing colours for Sean Hogan. You'll also get to take home all his prize money. There's a Renault car there to be won as well, so you'll have no excuses to go racing and cheer him on. There's cash and car prizes to be won every month, so this really is a fantastic prize. So I'd really encourage everyone to show their support and sign up today.
The Tipperary GAA Clubs draw. You have to be in it to win it.
Welcome back here to Templemore for this Group 1 Round 3 Senior Hurling Championship match between Thurles and Upperchurch. And I suppose it's going the way a lot of people would have expected, but it's maybe closer, and there's other ramifications in other games. With Thurles 1-13, Upperchurch 1-8. Second half, what do you think is going to change, Ken?
It's up to the church now to take this game. They just got to take the game. A win will do, but just talking to church followers here and supporters, they're so disappointed. They know they have at least 4 points should have been put on the board in the first half. So they have to do a bit of pegging back now.
And the ball is thrown in. We'll try and keep an eye on that other game, the Drombane and Carty game again, which is vital to what happens here today. But as Ken says, if Upperchurch just win here, they're taking care of their own business and they can't really be caught, and they'll be into the quarters. But here we go. They're on the attack here. They're trying to make up for that. Here we go. Here comes Grant, but he's falling over there. It looks like. Does he manage to get up and hold on to possession? Still a lot of fighting and hassling and harrying over there. Still no one has it just yet. It's still in a dangerous part of the position from a Thurles point of view. Upperchurch will be hoping to try and get that and get a score out. The referee has seen enough messing over there, I think he said. We're probably going to get a throw in. I'd imagine he's going to pull it out.
Yeah, he's throwing on the 21.
And there he goes, and it's won by an Upperchurch man. He's trying to get it, but it just slips out of his hands there, and it's Cahill who gets onto that. Cahill comes away with it, lays it outside, and here comes Thurles on the attack again. Left that ball inside again to Paddy Creed, and takes out front of his man. Gets a hand on that man, and palm it down himself, and here comes Creed. He's got a head of steam up here. He comes in with a shot, shortens up the hurley, and puts that over the bar, and he has started the second half as he finished the first.
Outstanding point from Paddy Creedon. Great win. Lovely ball from Paul Maher, but Paddy Creedon, as well as his height and ability to win ball, his turn of pace is outstanding, and he also knows where the goals is.
Absolutely, he does seem to be the complete player, and as we've said a few times, someone that you'd imagine Bonner will be looking at going in with the Tipp seniors. But here we go now, here in Templemore, and left ball inside, a couple of dangerous ball left inside there, a couple of the Upperchurch men, but it's Maher who's back there minding the house. Paddy Maher, he's getting closed down, but Paddy Maher doesn't get phased, does a cute little sidestep there, hops the ball off the ground, gets a tackle, rides that tackle, he's up. Upperchurch are working hard, and Upperchurch will be delighted with that. An inspirational bit of defending from the forwards.
Yeah, huge boost to Upperchurch. Paddy just overplayed it, and I'm sure he'll be hearing a word or two from his brother and cousins out there about that. But tremendous work, and now Paddy has a chance, or Paul Ryan actually is obviously taking responsibility to score this, and well they need it.
And here he goes, Paul Ryan, who kind of went over onto him halfway through, or maybe even 3/4 of the way through the first half. He scored 2 from the frees, and he got 1 from play, and you'd expect him to get this one. It looks well, goes between the posts, and that's over the bar. And again, he started his second half pretty well, and we're off the mark for both teams now, 114 to 1-9.
Fine hurler Paul Ryan, always ultra consistent with his club as well.
Oh, nice pluck out. Oh, it's well read. Upperchurch coming out in the second half with a huge level of intensity, and they've worked that ball inside to the 14. Block out now to the 21, but they're holding on to possession here. There's plenty of space and time. Keith Ryan is looking for this one. Keith Ryan looks up at the post. He fancies this one. He puts that one up. It's going to drop short, though. Dangerously in around out. Brilliantly won there. Maher tried to get his hand on that, but the ball is still there. Still danger. Still a couple of men on the ground. It's Paddy Maher who's coming out with this. Gets a hand in there and manages to bat it out. And they've managed to come away with that. There was a bit of danger back there. Upperchurch maybe had a chance, but now Thurles have turned this on his head, and they've worked it down into the corners again. Grant is back there for Upperchurch watching this, but it's won by a Thurles man over there. That man is Shawnee Butler. Shawnee Butler looks inside, gives it inside as far as Stakelum. Stakelum lays it onto the runner. That runner gives a bit of a fist pump as he puts that one over the bar, and another good score from Hayden McCormack.
Yeah, Hayden McCormack, always on the run, always in the move. Good defensive work by Paddy Maher there. Got the ball clear, and wonderful score. Just getting their scores a little easier, Paul.
And Paddy Maher learned from his mistake maybe the first time when he didn't let the ball go quickly, but here we go again, and Upperchurch even had a chance in that move, and now it's Thurles who are starting to put the boot down here. Pabork got a goal in the first half, tries to shrug off his man, lays it outside, gets a bit of support. The shot comes in again from another difficult angle. It looks like it's Shawnee Butler. Shawnee Butler gets his first score today, and Thurles are just tipping away from Upperchurch.
Yeah, and you can hear the call Ronan. Pa won the ball. Great assist over back to Shawnee Butler. Shawnee Butler promoted from the second team from last year. Great score.
Dropping there now, a couple of men go for it. Who's going to get it? It looks like it's going to be Cullum Ryan there. Cullum Ryan of Upperchurch shortens up the hurley. Lets that inside, it's bouncing. Creedon, or it's not Creedon, I'm looking the wrong end of the field again. Here we go, but Thurles have this, well won. They're holding on to possession here, working it over and back. Looks like it was back there with Mickey Cahill. Mickey Cahill didn't get the support he would have liked, but Thurles, even though it's maybe not as nice as we're used to seeing him play back there, but they've worked it out again. And here we go with Conor Stakelum. Conor Stakelum has plenty of room in front of him. Let's that lovely diagonal ball. That one had venom on it, in as far as Maher. Dennis Maher has a man on his shoulder. If he wants him, he goes to ground, tries to go to hand pass, actually missed the ball as he went to hand pass it. Still there, still danger going along here. The ball is still working away. Not cleared yet. It looks like it's Stakelum over there. Stakelum has a man on his back. The referee eventually says, I've seen enough, and he gives a free in Thurles didn't give it up. They had a chance, maybe it didn't go their way, but they kept going. They've got themselves a free in now.
Yeah, great through ball from Conor Stakelum. Gave the pass to Dennis Maher. Dennis almost had a goal and he lost his footing, but fair play to Conor Stakelum. He kept coming back up, rescued the ball again, and even threw it out to Aidan McCormack, but the referee had given him the free at that stage. So as well as fine hurlers, they have that work rate as well up front.
And McCormack fairly central, 21 or so yards out, puts that one high and over the bar. No bother to him at all. He's got 10 now for the day.
Yeah,
for
on
McCormack.
10 already, yeah.
Here we go. It goes short, outside, well run. It looked like it was a rehearsed move out there to Paul Ryan. Paul Ryan wants to come into this game a little bit more. He was brilliant in the first half towards the end of it, and he needs to get the ball down to his colleagues into that full forward line. And it's left inside there. I think it was Shannon maybe, or no, it wasn't. It was back there, O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue left that inside, but it's well read there by Maher. Ronan Maher is out in front, puts that one down again. Paddy Creedon is out. Paddy Creedon goes up with his arm, goes over his hand up, and it's going to be wed back there by Grant. Grant is onto this, ticks that up well, but he's got his back to goal. Gets some good support there from Short, and Short launches it down, but it's well won there. A Thurles man who's onto that. That Thurles man is Paul Maher. Paul Maher feeds that outside. They're still working it in now. McCormack, he's cool. He gives it back to Maher. Maher then lets that one low down inside as far as Creedon. Creedon can take him high, he can take him low, and he does well. And he shows a clean pair of heels to his marker. And again, he's so calm. He had two men more or less all over him there as he steadied himself and put that over the bar.
Yeah, definitely my man in the match at the moment, Paddy Creedon. Absolutely outstanding hurling. Upperchurch fighting a rearguard action. Colin Ryan and Gavin Ryan trying to keep things going there. Gavin Ryan, excellent defending there, came back and cleared the ball, but back up again and easily won by Paddy Creedon and taking on the defence. One step and he's gone, and to have that turn of acceleration is great at this level. Now Upperchurch have a bit of an injury problem.
Possibly a contact lens issue maybe there, I think, with Grant back, or Gavin Ryan back there. He looks to be holding his eye, or either an eye injury or a contact lens issue. We'll see in a minute. Hopefully
yeah,
he's
an
okay.
Introduction of James Barry, former All-Ireland medalist at number 24 there. It's like the Kilkenny boys. The numbers are hard to see, but he comes in for Niall Grant.
And we saw him come on the last day against Drum and get a fantastic score that nearly took the roof off Semple Stadium when he got that one the last day out. And a man I suppose we're used to seeing in the full back line with Tipperary anyway. So we'll see what kind of contribution he can make up there for his club today. And hopefully the injured man there for Upperchurch, as we said, Gavin Ryan, he's up and he's able to play on, which is good from their point of view. And here we go now with Short. Puts everything he has behind that, dropping that, trying to get James Barry straight into the game. He goes up with that, it goes over his hand though, and it's worked all the way back there. A couple of players working for that one back there. Butler, I think, is back there trying to get a stick on that. Does he manage to get it? No, he looks like he's out muscled there by the Thurles rear guard. Oh, it looks like Paddy Maher did enough, used his experience, but he actually conceded a 65 in the end. Yeah,
well, they're in 65 now for every point that Church can put on the board just to keep themselves in contention, because all of a sudden it's a 9-point game, Good to see James Barry after his recent illness. An outstanding minor, 21 and senior for Tipperary. Gave great service and great to see him back in the black and amber of his club. And we wish him all the best. It's tremendous to see him on the field again.
And so say all of us. And here comes Paul Ryan. Paul Ryan, he has a free, already scored in the second half, going on with what he had in the first half. And he puts that one over too. He's got 2 now in the second half, both from frees. He had 3 in the first half, but one of them coming from play. And now it's McCormack to puck this one out. 8 points in this, as Ken says, it snuck away there. Thurles seemed to sneak up to 9 points there without any of us really noticing. And Upperchurch now we're trying to work on this. It's gone to ground again, trying to get it up. Everyone is working. Here comes McCormack, who has been brilliant today. Here he goes on the far side of the field, going past his man. Still McCormack going forward here. He has a man on his shoulder. He lays it off to him, gets it back. A great one too. Back into McCormack in a bit of space, goes low down. A dangerous one, arrowed straight over the crossbar. And McCormack has put in one of the games of his career possibly today. He doesn't want Thurles going out. Not that they were going out anyway, but he wants to make sure they top the group.
Yeah, but Hayden McCormack has absolutely been brilliant for Thurles over the years. Wonderful running, again, a long time in the Thurles ranks, but still at that turn of pace and outstanding fitness and a great attitude as well, And here we are, a couple of changes being made. I think Pa is taking a rest. He is indeed, and it looks like young Dara Stakelum is coming in, a very promising young hurler coming in. So Pa takes a well-deserved rest. Thurles 9 points up, forward line moving well. So
Dara Stakelum in there, number 13.
Yeah, great prospect, Paul. They have great time for him in Thurles.
And here we go, see what contribution he can make, I suppose, in the last 20 odd minutes left in this game. That ball is dropping, it's bouncing. It's won by a Thurles man. That Thurles man there is Stephen Cahill. Cahill lays that on, or he's looking to lay it on, decides to take an extra second with it, and then he finds another man. That man is Corbett. Corbett lets that in, there's a couple again. Paddy Creedon is out in front. Paddy Creedon is causing damage, but the ball this time goes to ground, and it's the Church who come out with this, riding the tackles, going well now, lay it outside again, and they're starting to come out of their own defence. They need to let that in, try and get a score. A half a hook came in there, and Mickey Cahill read that one well, but he puts it straight back inside, and it's brilliantly read back there. The Church are defending well now, and that one is sent back down inside again, trying to get it. Here comes Green. Green picked that one brilliantly, did Green. He has a man in his back as well. He gets a bit of support, lays that inside. The shot's coming in. It's not as strong as Butler would have liked, or Niall Grant, I should say, even, and it bounced and was easily picked up there by McCormack. McCormack then clears it out, and Thurles start to come away again. They've come away through Stevie Cahill. Cahill puts that one, but again, some inaccurate, again a small bit sloppy from both teams there. Grant lays that outside, and this time the shot comes in from Paul Ryan. Paul Ryan from way downtown. Paul Ryan with this shot. Oh, it just dropped slightly short there, and it was McCormack in the goal for Thurles who read that easily. Now it's Corbett. Corbett goes up the line. Oh, it's again well read. That Thurles defence has been hard. They're like a brick wall trying to, or the Thurles attack, I should say. They're just winning Everton out by the sideline. Not an easy angle. He had the confidence to go over that turn and shot over the crossbar.
First puck of the ball, and it's over the bar for Darius Stakelum.
Absolutely, Darius Stakelum. He wants to lay down a marker for the knockout stage. I should be playing, I should be starting, and that was a fantastic score and a great introduction.
You can imagine the competition for places, Paul. You know, in the Thurles Sarsfields ranks, they have, you know, two senior teams that are going to qualify for the final stages of the respective competitions.
And here comes Conor Stakelum.
That's fair cutting at any level.
Absolutely. And Conor Stakelum there was onto that. Seems to just get away from him slightly, and it's a sideline ball on the far side of the field. 120 to 110. In a game that feels much closer than that, in fairness. There is 10 points, and it doesn't feel like a 10-point game.
Yeah, well, it's just that the free taking let down Upperchurch in the first half.
And now Upperchurch, they're trying to make amends for that. They've got the ball over there on the far side of the field. It looked like it was Grant. Grant with that gives it outside into a bit of space, but it's overhit, and it's well won back there by Butler. Butler then puts that down inside. Thurles here on the attack again. Not managed to get the ball up the first time. There's hands all over the back there. It was Darius Stakelum again trying to get involved, trying to get his second point of the game. They've managed to work it back to Butler. Butler who has a point already. McCormack is in there as well. But back there looks like it was Cullum Ryan who eventually cleared that for Upperchurch. Ball brilliantly read there by Maher. Absolutely brilliant. The ball was like a magnet to his hand there, and Thurles clear it back down. Paddy Creedon is out. It bounced over his head though. Bounced over everyone's head, and now he's running after this. But it looked like Upperchurch have enough men back there, and it goes back as far as Short, and Short gives a nice one out as far as Keith Ryan, who has all the time in the world to pick out his pass here, and he does well, gives it out. James Barry tries to get onto that one. James Barry touch just left him down, but he has it here again now. Has a couple of men around him. It won't be easy to dispossess this man. Steadies himself on his left hand side. Definitely has the power. Does it have the distance? It just dropped into the goalie's hands. And again, that's maybe 2 or 3 in the last couple of minutes that have dropped short that they could have done with going over the bar. And it's Thurles now again who have it. Mickey Cahill. Mickey Cahill takes on his man. He's over to 65. Good hassling and harrying there from Upperchurch. And have they managed to dispossess him? It looks like they have. It looks like it's Grant now who has it. Gives that back outside. And it's left in again. They're trying to get, is it James Barry in again over there on the far side of the field? Gets his hand to that. A couple of men trying to hold him off. He's managed to get the ball. The Church still hold on to this. It actually isn't. It's Jack Butler over there. Butler now still has a man on his back. Still Butler fighting. Church really starting to come into it. Now it's James Barry. James Barry over by the sideline. Goes past his man. Gives a good stick pass inside. The Church hold on to this one from a difficult angle. The shot is coming in from right out by the side, and that is a brilliant score. They worked so hard for that one, but do manage to get it over the bar in the end.
Yeah, wonderful score from Paul Ryan, and Paul Ryan has been playing outstanding stuff there, you know, and his accuracy as well. It's a tremendous score from the sideline.
As we've mentioned a few times, even if the Church lose this game, it could come down to how much they can score. And that is what Dean Carew believes now. He's driving forward, picked it up in his own half-back position, driving forward, he's up to the full forward position. He's trying to hand pass it off. The danger is still there. Still Carew, he's still running after that. Pulls that across the square dangerously, but it's cleared acrobatically there by Maher in the end. Makes very light of the situation, but it still falls to a man in an Upperchurch jersey. That man is Grant. Grant in front of the goals, in a bit of time and space, and he puts that one over the bar.
Yeah, great work there from Upperchurch, you know, good defending, but what a run from Dean Carew, and never give up, right to the in line, got the ball across. It could have been potentially a goal situation, and super score there for Upperchurch.
8 points in it now, and we'll try and give you an update on the other game there when we get into the water break, just to see how things are going. But now, it's Upperchurch on the march there through Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan lays it inside, and now they're going forward here. James Barry goes past his man. Great vision there, played it across, but Grant just doesn't manage to control it. And Thurles have worked it back, a chance there though. And James Barry has made a difference since he's come on. He's been involved in absolutely everything they've done up there since. Good defending back there again. Keith Ryan doing everything he can to stop McCormack trying to get this up. McCormack that doesn't give up. McCormack is still going. He's been tackled 2 or 3 times. Doesn't manage to still have the ball. Keith Ryan is working hard there. McCormack has it again though. Hand passes that one back as far as Dara Stakelum. Dara already has one since he's come on, but this one goes to the right and wide. Big passage of play there.
Big passage of play. James Barry had the chance for a score and it would really have lifted the ranks, but he was too genuine, too selfless. He gave the ball across and it didn't work out.
So it's Thurles now in possession of this ball. Left down into the corner again. In a bit of time and space. He goes across the field this time. Lovely ball across to Conor Stakelum. Conor is yet to score in this game. He has a man on his back. He goes past that man. He has a bit of space. Does he have the confidence to keep going? Yes, he does. He's still going. The ball has gone to ground, but he's still fighting for this one. He's lost it though, unfortunately, from his point of view. And Upperchurch managed to clear that away. He was hoping to open his account there. Maybe wanted it too much even. Now Ronan Maher. Ronan Maher wins that. Managed to kind of bat it down to himself. Has a bit of time and space, looks up. I don't know how quickly he had a chance to look at the goals there. I felt he was slightly rushed hitting that shot and it goes to the right and wide.
This is hugely interesting because obviously the Church are well aware of the fact even if they lose the game, they need to keep the score average down, Paul, because with Drombane winning at the moment anyway, the score average is going to come into it and one team is going to be in relegation. So we're trying to find out here from Peter what we have.
We'll give an update that as soon as we can. There's a start. So the most up-to-date scoreline we have at the moment after 15 minutes of the second half in the other game. It's Éire Óg Anacarty 10 points. It's Drombane 2-13. So still the 9 points in it. Is that right? That is. So still the 9 points in that game, which is going to be important in another.
And then Éire Óg Anacarty have to fight tooth and nail as well because they have to keep the score average down as well. So this is going to go down to the wire.
So that would move Drum. We're on minus 11 coming into it. If they win by 9, they go up to...
Church need to stay. This game that we are actually watching, they just need to stay in the game, Upperchurch, with the score average.
Absolutely. We won't do the match just now because anything could change and we don't have a chance because the game is back and here we go again. Thurles trying to come out of their own defence again. But yeah, the Church are working very hard as Thurles try to come out there. But the Church just pin him in again and it's going to be a free in now to Upperchurch.
And, that was... great applause for that winning the free because every score is so important now to keep putting the ball between the posts and stay in contention.
Yeah, just doing quick match there. It looks like the Drum would go up to -2 and the Church, they're down by 8 now. They came in at +2, so they'd go down to -6. So Drum would actually pass them out going on that.
And then Anacarty look to be out of contention if that's the scenario, unless they come back and win the game.
So we'll keep an eye on that with exciting times here between this match and the match happening in Cashel. I believe that game is on, and the shot comes in from the far side of the field. Paul Ryan puts that one over to keep his team involved, to try and keep him involved in the Tipperary Senior Hurling Championship.
Yeah, Paul Ryan, we're just wondering now, how many frees would he have converted if he had been started on him, but that's all mature reflection at this stage.
Absolutely. And now Mickey Cahill, speaking of mature, there he goes, gives that one down inside, trying to set up another attack. That ball is dropping short and Keith Ryan is onto that. He's been lively, turns, does a little pirouette on the spot and wins himself a free. He's been intelligent there, knew what he was doing, got into that, won himself a free. The Church tried to take that quickly, but the referee thinks Keith Ryan might require a bit of a breather there.
Yeah, this is all very interesting now because we're just coming up to the water break by my appraisal. So from that point of view, long range frees, Gavin was unsuccessful with a couple, but now he needs to keep this ball moving in. Paul Shanahan and Paulie Green need to come alive again because if they can get this down to a 3-4 point game, they have a huge chance of qualifying.
Absolutely, and that would be brilliant. Of course, they're out in the football as well in a do-or-die game next week. They play Aherlow in that one. So there's an awful lot on the line for both teams. We have a substitution coming on there on the far side of the field. We'll get to it in a second. There's a big replacement there. It looks like
Cahill Maloney coming in. I know he's run, and Mikey's taking a break. Mikey Cahill.
And as we talk about that, the shot comes in, a free comes in, it goes short this time. They're trying to build something from here. It's Green out by the sideline. Again, he was only on 1 foot when he shot that. The crowd like that, the umpires like that, and Paddy Green, more importantly, likes that. And it's another score from him. And as we mentioned, Upperchurch just need to keep it going. 6 points now at the water break.
It's only a 6 point game. It's only a 6 point game, and 15 minutes to go. It's all to play for. And also, Sarsfields, by the virtue of the fact they're probably almost definitely qualifying, have released a few players, Pa Burke, Mikey Cahill and co, to be rested. So that gives Upperchurch Drombane a huge opportunity to stay in this game and even be in contention maybe to get a draw or get a win. Absolutely, yeah. It really is all to play for. You'll be stuck to your phone, you'll be doing whatever it is. As we said, 15 minutes was the
gone in the other game was the most up-to-date thing we had with Éire Óg on 10 points and Drom and Inch on 2-13. So plenty to play for here. Basically, Drom need to score. Probably can only afford to lose maybe 2 or 3 points. We're thinking in a rough sense of the thing. 9 points in difference. So there's lots to still play for from both sides. Thurles, of course, they'll want to keep winning. They'll want to go into the knockout stage with a 100% record without a doubt. And again, blooding new players is a big thing for them as well.
Yeah, it looks like that. But having said that, they have blooded a few players. In contention, Upperchurch Drombane, particularly from the point of view of the scores, to keep the scores going, keep the scoreboard ticking over. Absolutely wonderful spirit from Upperchurch Drombane. You know, they've had a few injuries and they're coming back into it.
Yeah, it is going to be interesting. There's going to be a lot of people looking for calculators and looking for different score updates. It seems like, if you've done applied maths or honours maths here today, you're in contention here. There's one sheet going around which has the score difference on it here in Templemore, and it's going to be more used in the Book of Kells by the look of things at the moment. It's a valuable.
We could hire it out at this stage, Paul. We'd make a few bob because everybody wants to see what the permutations are.
Absolutely, it's a valuable.
But you can see the Upperchurch management are rallying the troops, they're rallying the team out in the middle of the pitch. They're saying, come on lads, stay going at this. Get it down to a couple of points, get it down, and maybe even get a result here. But Thurles Sarsfields is obviously in a calmer, more composed situation, but still Mark Dowling, you know, the Kilkenny coach they've brought in, who's brought huge physicality, huge drive into this team. So from that perspective, we'll see how it goes.
Absolutely. A goal here for Upperchurch would really do a huge amount for him. Maybe
what do you make of it, Pete?
There's a lot going on here in this game.
Upperchurch Drombane, by our calculations here, have to keep it to 4 points or less to qualify. And in the past, as we well know, Upperchurch Drombane have been in such hard luck with score average. And maybe this by the time for their luck to turn.
Last year, of course, they finished third in their group. 2019, they finished third in their group. And 2018, they finished third in their group. So they have been thereabouts, but haven't managed to get out of their group for the last couple of years.
Yeah, a wonderful club, you know. And there's a pep in their step. We see them coming out of the group here now. They're really going at this.
So they're aiming for 4 points that we talked about. Of course, that all could change. Whatever happens in the Drom and Anacarty match, if Drom start to lose their lead, that'll all change. But again, we'll try to keep our eye on everything.
Yeah, Anacarty have to stay going as well because they know that, you know, in any given situation with relegation and things like that, they have to get to keep the scoreboard. Yeah, that is Cathal Maloney. It looks like Cathal Maloney that's on there, number 23 for Sars.
23, Cathal Maloney. So he came on there a few minutes ago, again hoping to make a big difference in this game in the last 15 minutes or so. And that one is pucked out and it goes straight out of play, I think, with a few umpires there, or a few sideline men who weren't official sideline men given the line ball, and eventually they've decided that's going to be over there now. Is it Conor Stakelum is going to take this one? Conor Stakelum. He's taking his time, he's weighing up his options. Here he goes. It doesn't go as far as he would like. It was well read there. Straight away, Grant was standing in front of him. Grant managed to block it from going any further. They're going to be all revved up at this stage. As we mentioned, the church, like, just because they're down by 6 points doesn't really matter at this point. You just need to bring that back to 3 or 4. And here they go, trying to stop the onslaught of Thurles as they try to drive out of their defence there. They don't make as much ground as they would have liked. It looks like Kieran Maloney, they're trying to make a bit of headway there. The number 22, Kieran Maloney, it looks like is come on and trying to make a contribution.
Yeah, and the Stars have made a few changes, which obviously, in my opinion, probably will take away from their power up front. So from that perspective, I suppose Thurles Stars are saying we have got to give these boys, these are senior hurlers, we've got to blood them and we've got to let them play game time. So you can see where that's coming from as well. Kieran Maloney, brother of Cathal Maloney, both of them on now at this stage.
And then the free is coming in again. All these frees are important. Here comes, it looks like it's Paul Ryan again with that one, and he's put that one over the bar. And we keep saying it, but it just, every point is crucial at this stage.
Yeah, this is a big evening now. The last 10 minutes is going to play a major part in who decides who goes through in this championship.
The Maloney's there. Cousins, of course, there for Thurles, both onto the field and both hoping to make a difference. And the ball drops now again. They're laid back outside. Thurles starting to hold. And one of the Cousins there we just talked about, Maloney, lets that in on top of Paddy Creedon. Paddy Creedon goes up with his hand, doesn't manage to get it first time. Is it going to break out to Keith Ryan? Was looking at it. Now eventually Keith Ryan does have it. He's back there letting that down this near side. It looks like Paddy Maher's reading that all the way though. Paddy Maher always looks like he has loads of time and space. And that is the case right now. He's over the 65. Intelligent little pass inside as far as Stakelum. Stakelum takes that. Stakelum then lays it outside outside. Thurles hold on to possession here. Well blocked there. The Church are up for this. They're giving it. This could be their last 15 minutes in senior hurling for this year, so they don't want to go out with anything left in the tank. Now it's McCormack. McCormack, the man who was brilliant, especially in the first half, gets a little 1-2 and he gets the ball back. Oh, brilliant little flick there from Gavin Ryan. Gavin Ryan wins the ball back and gives it to Veras Niall Grant. Niall Grant turns and let it inside. There's only one Church man in there, 2 Thurles men, but that Church man is doing everything he can. That Church man is Jack Butler. He was doing everything he could to try and get the ball there, but he is out-muscled and outnumbered in there by Joseph Ryan. Joseph Ryan then tries to come out with, wins himself a free, and that was good defending back there.
Great defending by Joseph Ryan. You know, a ball that went in around the square, anything could have happened, but obviously 1 against 2. So Paddy leaving it to Rowan and take responsibility here. But Upperchurch have taken over in this game. They're strong. If they can just keep nailing the scores, because they are the dominant force at the moment.
Absolutely. They have a lot more to play for, you could argue. And here goes Ronan Maher. Ronan Maher, who has 1 from free and 1 from play today. Lets that inside, and it's a Thurles man who's out in front. Good play. Here's McCormack again. McCormack, he's half blocked, but he manages to get that one away. And as far as Creedon turns his man, we haven't seen him do it much in the last couple of minutes, but he does enough there. Got past his man. The man decided to pull him back, and it's going to be a handy enough free in.
Yeah, Paddy Creedon and Aidan McCormack absolutely outstanding tonight for the Sars, and Aidan McCormack keeping the scoreboard ticking over. It'll be a relatively routine free for I have it marked down already, to tell you the truth, Paul. Yellow card there for the Thurles defender. What more could he do? But Thurles still playing as if they want to win well, but Upperchurch, it's going to be another 6-point game here again.
And as Ken predicted, he puts that one over for his 12th, I think, now of the game. I wasn't as presumptuous as Ken that he was going to get it, but even though it's fairly obvious he would. 12 points now for McCormack between frees and play. Goes short with the puck out now. Churchill just want to hold on to possession. Grant, the man who just got the yellow card a second ago for pulling down Creedon, he goes down the far side of the field. Couple of men fighting for that one. Is a Church man going to get it? He's out in front. Does he manage to win the ball? Importantly, he's won himself a free in what could be argued is a fairly scored position for Paul Ryan, who's been pretty good on the frees today.
Paul Ryan is taking huge responsibility there and is as cool as a cucumber. Fantastic scores from all angles, and if he can pot this 5-point game again coming into the last 5 minutes of the game, it'll really make it exciting.
And he's got 8 today, 2 of them from play, the rest from frees, and he has been pretty good from the frees, especially in the second half. And he gets onto that one. He looks pretty calm as he hits that one. Oh, but it goes to the right and wide.
Commentator's curse.
They're all crucial. And that goes to the right and wide. 121 to 115. So still the 6 in this. And Thurles start to build slowly from the back. Go to the full back and then launch down on top of Paddy Creedon. Paddy Creedon's out in front, manages to break it enough, and it's McCormack now who wants it, shovels it forward. Here come Thurles, they're in danger here. Shot comes in, finds the back of the net. Connor Stakelum hadn't scored yet today, got one chance, found the back of the net, and Thurles are flying again.
Yeah, and a huge puck out that was contested by Upperchurch that Ronan Maher was inside the 21. A long clearance from Ronan. Aidan McCormack again, working so hard, winning the ball, and again, of course, what wonderful work again from Paddy Creedon. Paddy Creedon has taken punishment as well, as you can see. But again, super passing. And Connor Stakelum, has worked hard all day. But what a finish. Kieran Short, no chance. Super goal to left corner. But the big thing in this now is it's put a 9-point gap. And now the Church are struggling to get back into the championship.
Just to get a latest update on the other game, it turns out the Drum are 7 up in that one. 7 up like the carbonated beverage. Either way, 7 points up there. They were coming into this on -11, so they're on -4. The Church come into this on +2, and they're 18 to 27 down.
And Owen Purcell into the fray for Paddy Creedon.
So we'll get the maths on that again when things stop again for a second. But the Church, either way, need to start scoring. They need to get a couple of scores. Drum's lead has been reduced in that game, but their deficit has also gone up. So it probably balances itself out. They still need to bring this back to 3 or 4 to have any chance. But out in front now again are Thurles. It's Ronan Maher. Ronan Maher, he has a bit of time and space. He looks up. He fancies his chance from there. But that one is going to go to the right and wide. And Church have a chance again to build here, to build an attack and try to up their score.
Yeah, but the Mahers have been supreme. They're absolutely fantastic there. That fetch from Paddy Maher out of the sky, in a number of players attacking the ball. He's been absolutely, pristine in his movement, and what a fair player as well.
Oh, just a goal in it now in Anacarty, 114 to 214, so that one is getting close, and it might mean Upperchurch, they need a goal themselves, if not two. It just makes things slightly harder from their own point of view. They won't know that. The players will just be out there and they'll be hoping to try and win, or at least reduce the deficit as much as possible. And now it's McCormick of Thurles, nicely controlled there. He had a bit of time, left that inside. Has that got it, what it takes? Yes, it does. That's over the bar. No more than McCormick deserves. Another good score from him.
Is that 7 or 8 from play? 7 at least from play for Aidan McCormick. Brilliant marksmanship.
And 13 overall I have on my scorecard as well. So that is a fine display from the centre forward. That one drops, it's batted back. It's won there by an Upperchurch man. That Upperchurch man there was O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue puts that inside. Who's in there? It looks like it was Maher again. Plays a lovely diagonal ball straight out as far as Maloney. I think it was Maloney. One of the cousins that came on there a minute ago drops that into the corner. Who's out for that? It looks like is it Owen Purcell over there. He's lost it though. Well won there. Upperchurch just need to keep it going now. There's not long left in this game. We must be coming up to time added on at this point. 2:22 to 1:15 in this one, and a cross comes short. They'll have to drop this one in. James Barry, we haven't seen him getting the ball for the last few minutes. You imagine this might be going down on top of him. He's probably the biggest man in that small parallelogram if he moves in that far. Here comes short. Dropping that one. It doesn't go maybe as long as he would have liked. It's dropping over there. Again, there seems to be more Thurles men over there. One of them was Maher. Does he get it? He does enough to shovel it out over the sideline. And it's gone out over the sideline. It's going to be a line ball there on the far side of the field. And 28 minutes gone in the other game. I know you'll say we're talking about the other game an awful lot, but 28 minutes gone in that one. It's Aerogue 115. It's Drummond 214. So that one has got very, very close. There were 9 points up at one stage.
Very tight, Aerogue.
And it would...
Upperchurch at the moment still going through in the head-to-head because of Anacarty pulling that game back to 2 points at the moment. Anacarty have it all to play for as well because they want to avoid a situation where they're involved in games. So all 4 teams still striving for scores.
Absolutely, and where are we now? We're here trying to strive for a score. Our Upperchurch, they're trying to let this one in. Sideline, lovely connection. Great height. Has it got what it takes? Yes, it has. That's over the crossbar. Another good score from Upperchurch. That one was straight over the crossbar. They just need more. Hopefully that'll inspire them on. They'll be hoping. Paul Ryan, we're going to give that sideline ball to now, and it's pucked out again. Keith Ryan is over there trying to get the scraps off that, but he don't get any scraps. Paddy Creedon tried to go for that, but he didn't win it either. And now it's all the way back as far as Paul Ryan. Paul Ryan, who's been brilliant for Upperchurch today, lays that outside, and here they go. They're still going forward over the halfway line, still working hard. A lot of tackles coming in there. I think it was Grant was trying to go forward. Ryan was trying to go forward with that one. Lets it in a little bit. Still Upperchurch, still fighting. Butler is in there. A couple other players in there, still on the ground though. No one quite has it just yet. Is it Ronan Maher who's going to come away with it? Ronan Maher gives it to Paddy Creedon, who unbelievably is all the way back in his own centre back position. He drives that inside to where maybe he should be himself, but it's Maher who's out. Maher has been quite enough in this second half, but he doesn't need to be on all the time because look what he's able to do. Gives it inside as far as Darla was in for a goal. Comes back as far as Maher. Maher has a couple of players around him. Inside to Stakelum. Here comes Stakelum with a shot, and Stakelum with the goal, and that surely is that. Dara Stakelum only came on in the last few minutes. He's had a couple of chances. He's got a goal. He's got a point, and maybe he's nailed down a place for the knockout phases.
Yeah, and that could have been avoided by the Church. They had defended well. But Denny Maher, his persistence in winning the ball again and put it back across the square for Dara Stakelum, a wonderful prospect to put that away. Great goals from the Stakelums tonight.
3:22 to 1:16. The Upperchurch are still trying to come on with this one. They're still trying to go forward, trying to just give it all they can. Lachlan Ryan now, who's come on there, he was due to start according to our programme, but he's come on there, tried to run forward there. Doesn't get past the 21 though, and the ball is going to be possibly thrown in again. We've seen that a few times today. It's gone a bit scrappy in a few incidents. He's telling them go away and we'll take another
so
throw.
3:22 to 1:16. Thurles now 12 points up. Drum 4 up, Peter, is it?
We're looking out on the other game, which is important. Oh, late tackle come in there, and here we go, Stakelum, the man who just got a goal. As we mentioned a few times, his confidence will be sky high, but that one might dent it a small bit because it's gone to the right and wide. But as they say, that's nearly as good as a score at this point. Thurles are well home and hose in this game. It's nearly the other game. It's the result that's going to have more effect here at the final whistle.
Yeah, 4 points up at 2:16 to 1:15 for Drum at the moment.
So, as we said, they came in on -11 if they're 4
here
up.
we have a chance.
And we're driving forward here. Here comes Church to try and make. Here comes Green. Green is past his man. He's tackled around the neck and hauled unceremoniously to the ground there by Cathal Maloney. He was in for a goal, grabbed him by the neck and brought him down. Probably felt he had to do it, but Church would have preferred the goal than what a penalty is coming here.
Yes, Church need to do their calculations as well because a
final score actually, Ken, sorry to cut across you, has come in there. 1:16 to Éire 2-15 to Drombane Inch. So that brings Drombane Inch up to 2 points as well. So the score difference does become an issue. I'll just have to figure out the maths on that to see what the score difference actually is. But score difference is going to be key.
Yeah, and they have got to go for a goal here. By my calculation, Upperchurch have got to go for a goal. They have to think about this now. Someone has to take responsibility. I think it's Paul Ryan, who has been outstanding all day. A brilliant sideline cut there just beforehand. So Paul's confidence should be good. But this is a chance now for Upperchurch.
So just a 2 point win there, we said, for Drum, which brings them to -9 by my calculations. The Church came into this on +2, but they're about to lose by about 9. So that will put them on -7 if my maths here are right, which they may not be because I'm doing them right now on the fly. So they need a goal here. This is huge. A goal here could actually put them into the knockout stages. Hopefully they know. Hopefully someone's getting this into them, because this goal here could change things drastically. There's a man there receiving a bit of attention.
Yeah, that was not
a goal. They need a goal. As my calculations understand it, they're on -7 as opposed to Drums are on -9. So a goal here will top the table or will change the table.
By the way, with the inter-county situation, and Peter Carroll will agree with me here, that was definitely a penalty situation. It was a professional foul taken from the neck, and Paddy Green, unfortunately, has to be removed from the scene, and that's exactly what the rule is there for, to stop this type of thing going on. It wasn't a nice tackle. Paddy's leaving the pitch, and now Paul has had plenty of time to mull over this and to see where we're going. He's been told and directed to go for this goal. So even if it's saved, the Church forwards must get in as fast as they can to try and put it over that line.
Off camera, we can see the mentors trying to shout in, I should say, we need a goal here. So here we go. Every player in this Drombane Inch jersey is up there. The shot comes in. Oh, he decides to take a point, which I don't really seem to understand. Maybe they got different information to what we got, or maybe they feel there's more to go in this game. I think that may have been a mistake now, but we may be mistaken as well.
Yeah, but there may be time. Shawnee Everett is not looking at his watch yet. There may be time to get another point. Maybe they're looking at that. That should be 117, isn't that right? 322, 117.
It didn't look like it right, which is important. The crowd, scoreboard here in the ground didn't seem to go up. But either way, we're back in play again. We'll have to sort out the numbers of this once the final whistle goes. That one goes to the right and wide, and this one must be nearly over here. As we said, the other game is finished. The other game in Cashel has finished. The other game in Group 1 has finished. This one is still going, but the result is probably going in favour of Thurles Sarsfields at this stage. We can say that with a great degree of certainty. As the shot comes in, that one is dropping over the crossbar, and the crowd like that one. They understand the significance of that one. And that one has gone over the bar. 118 now. We see the score has actually jumped up two scores there to 322.
10-point game, yeah.
So that looks like both sets of supporters here will be leaving happy by the sounds of things.
And the referee could be happy enough at this stage as well, but he's allowing play to go on.
By our calculations, that means they've done enough to get through from what we can hear here. We're going to have to keep an eye on that, but that would put Upperchurch through from what we can figure out. Again, it's a lot of maths been done on hands here. There's not much massive amount of clarification here, but we're thinking that's enough to put them both through. And we're thinking it's nearly time over here. Ken, you're getting more official word here. Do you think that's enough to put them through?
A lot of suspense, yeah, just barely puts them through. So Paul Ryan, great head on his shoulders, took the 2 points, but Thurles Sarsfields are on the attack.
And this could be crucial. Paddy Crean has it. Paddy Crean's in time and space. He goes. He has 2 players on him.
He's given a free.
Oh, a free there. And it wasn't actually Paddy Crean. It was the big number 18 who's just as big as him who's come in there. Costello, I think, who won that ball. And yeah, here comes a free. And this
I make it 4 minutes over at this stage.
A score here. We're hearing May put
Drum through, and this is a pity now.
Oh, this is
for the Church sake.
Here comes Ed McCormick, and you don't expect him to miss, and that's exactly, he does not miss. He's put that one over.
The ref is in no mood to blow the whistle yet.
We're still playing on here. There isn't lights here, so I hope he's going to blow it up soon because it's going to get dark. Now, Upperchurch need to get a score here by our reckoning. They have the ball left and down inside. There's one man inside there. Here comes Upperchurch. Oh, the Butler just couldn't get the ball to come up for him there, it looked like. Inside there, Jack Butler was working hard but couldn't get the ball. Now who has it? Still over there, it's Thurles who has it. They're trying to come out there through Maloney. Maloney there gives it outside. It's kind of a scuttery type of clearance. It's not really anyone in possession of that, but Upperchurch are onto it again. The shot comes in from an outrageous angle. Has that gone? Yes, it has. It's over the bar. What a score. He was outside in nearly another parish when he took that one. Out over the sideline, over his shoulder and over the crossbar. And is that enough to put them through the knockout phase?
Super score there, super score.
Luke Shanahan, we're giving that to Luke Shanahan with that score.
surely the referee must blow time up soon.
And that'll be the most important score he's ever scored for Upperchurch as it puts him into the knockout phase for the first time in an awful long time. James Barry, who's all the way back there, launches that one in. They'll be hoping to get another score that might make things extra safe and make the match a small bit easier. They're still fighting hard. The crowd, the Upperchurch crowd, are shouting as if they're winning. You wouldn't think they were losing by 323 to 119, but they are. The referee, everyone is just looking at him, expecting to blow the whistle at any stage. They don't want that ball going anywhere, and it's back as far as Ronan Maher. Ronan Maher, will he be the party pooper with this one? It has it, and it's dropped over the crossbar, and that is the least celebrated point I think I've ever heard in my life, as the crowd here know the significance of that one, and it might be enough to knock him out of the knockout stages. But Upperchurch aren't giving up, either is the referee. He must be looking for overtime as he's still playing on here. Keith Ryan now has it. Oh, he's well blocked, he took too long, and Maher came in and shut him down. The ball goes to ground, and it's a free out, and that's going in the wrong direction from Upperchurch's point of view.
Everybody's bemused by the time. 6 over now at this stage. We don't know where all the time is coming from, but definitely it has told against Upperchurch Drombane at this stage. And now you have Aidan McCormack coming back to take this free. So I'm sure all Drum & Inch ears are to the radio or the TV at this stage, wondering what's going to happen next, because a big victory for them against Éire Óg and Carty, and now it looks as if they're going to again go through to a quarter-final situation.
And once again, potentially Upperchurch are on their way out, finishing third in the group. That one isn't going to be accurate enough to go over the bar, trouble the goalie, but it's tripping dangerously. But back there again, well read, as he has been all day, is Keith Ryan. Keith Ryan then gives that outside. Upperchurch, they need to get this away. They need to get it down to the other end of the field quickly. Who knows how long the referee is going to play. They need to get the ball into the hands of their forwards, but it's not there just yet. Who's there now? The ball is still on the ground, still working hard over there. Luke Shannon, who got the point a few minutes ago, he's won himself a free, and this one is tension filled. Paul Ryan, is he going to take this one? We're being asked here, will a point do him? We think a point will do them by our calculations.
This is absolutely enthralling, and Paul Ryan, who has been absolutely brilliant all through, getting the opportunity, I think, to keep Upperchurch in the championship.
And Paul Ryan has 10 scored already today, including a sideline. We think if he scores this, they go through. It's not an easy one, but he has scored one from a similar position earlier on in this game. Paul Ryan with potentially the biggest free he's taken in his career in a senior jersey for Upperchurch Drombane to put them into the knockout phases. Here we go. He shoots that one. It looks good. The crowd like that, and that's gone over the bar. And I keep saying it, but I think that one is the one that has finally put them through to the knockout phases. But that could easily change again if the referee plays any more time.
I think he has enough now, the referee, at this stage, but he still doesn't seem to be looking at his watch or going to blow it up.
I have 40 minutes, but that didn't include. And there we go. That's done it. There's not huge celebrations just yet because I think people aren't 100% sure of what's going on. A muted kind of applause around here. There's people going to be on the phone, they're going to be on Twitter, they're going to be doing their calculations. But from what we can understand, we're not 100% sure. We think that have done enough to put Upperchurch through. We're not 100% sure yet. We're going to have to try and do the maths of that in a second. That was going to be 13 scores in it. People are converging on us, so it looks like Upperchurch go up. We're just trying to do the maths in it here, Ken. If you want to take.
Yeah, I think that point from Paul Ryan has put Upperchurch in our calculations, but maths was never my strongest point. What drama here in Templemore? Fantastic game. The Church stayed with it all the way through, and they can thank their ace man, Paul Ryan. Absolutely fantastic score under pressure there. Also a sideline ball before that. And the coolness and calmness and the composure of the Upperchurch guys. And funny enough, even though Thurles Sarsfields have won, Thurles Sarsfields have, even though Thurles Sarsfields were in this game, all the talk is about Upperchurch getting through. So with that situation, it looks like a game display by Upperchurch Drombane, introducing James Barry. Had an influence in the game, but really at this stage, all the talk, a great win against Éire Óg and Carty, but it looks now like that Upperchurch Drombane have got the rub of the green at last after 3 years of heartache in the fact that they are qualifying for a county quarter-final place.
The scenes here are unbelievable. So as we had it, Drum came into this game on minus 11. They ended up winning by 2, so that puts them up to minus 9. What was I saying? Church came in on plus 2. And they lost by the scoreboard unhelpfully has gone off over here in Templemore, but we think that there is enough, and Upperchurch are probably through. We'd like to get official confirmation on that, but we think they've done enough. it has kind of taken away from the whole end of that game and the feel of that game.
Yeah.
We just concentrate on Thurles for a second, I suppose, while we try to get official confirmation on that. But it looks like, according to the Upperchurch Twitter feed, by my calculations, they're saying as well they qualify to the knockout phase on score difference. That's what we have as well. Again, I don't want to be the person saying that. If there was a Tipp County Board representative around, it'd be nice to get. But Ken, as we're trying to get official word of that,
here's Jonathan Cullen, our PRO.
Jonathan, you might give us official. And we have it officially confirmed. Jonathan Cullen, the PRO of the Tipperary County Board, has confirmed Upperchurch go through on a score difference of 1 point. So that final score from Paul Ryan was absolutely massive and has done enough to bring him to the knockout stages.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. We'd like to thank Peter Carroll too for all his assistance in the scores there, because he was spot on there. 1 point for Upperchurch Drombane. The coolest man, I think, here today was Shawnee Everett, referee, because he kept it running for minutes and minutes. And at the end of the day, it worked out brilliantly from the point of view that no damage was done and Upperchurch kept tapping away. Thurles Sarsfields look very likely county championship contenders, look very smart in their approach. They're physical, they're strong, they're pacey, they're power up front with Dennis Maher and Paddy Creedon. But overall, I think the dominant team in the group. But what a great success story for Upperchurch Drombane. It's all about them tonight. Drombane survive, they survive in the championship. They don't have to go into relegation now, but they will be hugely disappointed by the fact that Upperchurch have pipped them at the post with 1 point. So for a game that absolutely maybe meant nothing to Thurles Sarsfields with 10 minutes to go, meant so much to Upperchurch Drombane, and a fantastic result for them to get through at last, getting the rub of the green to come through and to qualify for the final stages of the county championship. So it's a break for them, and they deserve it because they've had a lot of heartache in the last number of years.
As we mentioned, third in 2018, third in 2019, third in 2020 in their groups, and they're finally out of the group today. And it's great that we were able to confirm that before we went off air. We had Jonathan Cullen, who was just joining us, the Tipperary PRO, confirming that 1 point was the difference that send Upperchurch into the knockout stages. And I suppose they'll just be celebrating tonight that they're through. How would you rate their chances in the knockout phase? And how much of a lift would they get out of a result like this today, I suppose, that knocks them forward?
Yeah, well, you saw the changes before the game. Like, they had 3 guys were changed before the game. They are, as you mentioned, have an important game as well in football next weekend. The resources that rural clubs have, we have Lockmore, Castellani, of course, have been the standout team. They've been absolutely tremendous, in playing both codes. Now Upperchurch have taken it serious. You see other clubs don't take it too seriously. They don't take the football as seriously probably as they should be, because they concentrate on the hurling end of the situation. But Upperchurch are a very proud jewel club. I think they deserve the break, and they've got it tonight. Hopefully they will have a fit group. Paul Shanahan did a huge amount of work for them in the first half. One tremendous ball. Vital goal from Paddy Green. Paddy Green got a few vital scores. Free taking didn't work for him in the first half, but what actually happened in the second half was that in the permutations that were there, Paul Ryan assumed responsibility. He scored from every angle, including a magnificent sideline ball. Now, when we were encouraging him to go for a goal with a couple of minutes to go in injury time, he still had the calmness, and obviously the calmness from the sideline to tell him, to give him directions, to put the ball over the bar. And we were saying they won't get this opportunity again. They got loads of opportunities. But I think, Aidan McCormick, absolutely outstanding. Paddy Creedon, brilliant. The Mahers at the back for Thurles Sarsfields. They've qualified with 6 points with the minimum of fuss. But all the excitement is that the black and amber in with Upperchurch Drombane qualifying. I think they deserve that break. They've got it tonight. I think they're a brilliant club. And I think they will figure, because of the fact James Barry, only introduced in the second half, coming back to fitness after a serious illness. Great to see him back. He could play a big part in coming back and giving them the chance to stake a claim. They will be absolutely thrilled. This is like a county championship final win for them, because they get to the final stages after years of perseverance. I think it's great. It's hard looking drum from their point of view, because they did what they had to do. But Aero and Carty, of course, had a lot to fight for, and they fought to the very end and they got the scores near the end that kept Upperchurch in the championship.
Absolutely. The thoughts there of Ken Hogan. He's been joining us in the commentary position on this incredibly exciting, drama-filled afternoon. Both sets of supporters leave Templemore here today happy. Thurles are through and Upperchurch are through. Thurles did have a fairly comprehensive win. They'll go home happy, probably stay. They were favourites to win out the county coming into this game, and that won't change after today's result. Upperchurch march on. They go into the quarter-final, the knockout stages, and their footballers are out next week against Arlo. They'll be hoping to make it 2 teams into the knockout stages. Thanks very much for your company today. It's been a great game. Stick with the Tipperary streaming service. We'll be back next week with a football game, and then we'll have the knockout stages of the hurling to come in 2 weeks' time.
Have you heard about the incredible prizes in the new Tipperary GA Clubs draw? A €500,000 prize fund featuring cars to be won every month, loads of cash and holidays. And if you ever dreamed of being a racehorse owner, now's your chance.
Hi everyone, Rachel Blackmore here. I have a passion for horse racing, just like you all have a passion for GAA. In the new Tipperary GAA Club draw, starting on the 1st of October, there's an amazing prize to be won. It's a racehorse called Sean Hogan, who's in training with Mouse Morris. If you are the lucky winner, you'll get to pick the racing colours for Sean Hogan. You'll also get to take home all his prize money. There's a Renault car there to be won as well, so you'll have no excuses to go racing and cheer him on. There's cash and car prizes to be won every month, so this really is a fantastic prize. So I'd really encourage everyone to show their support and sign up today.
The Tipperary GAA Clubs draw. You have to be in it to win it.